Raid is one of the games that I know about because I've seen 1,000 YouTubers advertise it. You may have heard about these tweets that got the devs into some trouble a while back.
Hi there, we do not sponsor, we cooperate only with those YouTubers who play our game and want to be our influencers. We do not pay money for it.
Y'all send me money offers for your doofus game like once a week. Relax, Alina.
A picture is worth 1,000 Raid Ancient Shards, so here's 3. I've never even so much as installed the game. If you're going to lie, at least make it a believable one.
The other one is, of course, Best Fiends, but I know nothing about those fiends. So forget about those fiends right now. They're not real, and they can't hurt you. So here are my important and gorgeous thoughts. Firstly, the campaign story of Raid is the most dull and desperate attempt at providing a fantasy narrative I could imagine. I don't like it. Every time you enter and or complete a dungeon in the campaign, you get some flavor text about some naughty, mean little elves that have to be punished. And you move on to the next area and discover the next bad little dwarves who need to be stopped or whatever. When these scenes occur, I like to play a little Fleischer or a circus cartoon in my mind. They reeled in horror at what they found. A woman! The game starts out by introducing you to your party of 4 heroes, and then one of them, Elhain, gets eaten by a dragon. No. Sad and emotional. This is how we are introduced to arguably the major mechanic of the game. That's right, baby. It's a gacha game, just like the new Kirby. I resurrected Elhain, the cool lady elf, so now I feel good and not bad anymore. Thanks, game. She was immediately my favorite of the initial characters, and I was thrilled to discover that I can sacrifice useless and ugly men to level up my epic elf woman. So far, so good. Drawing new champions by cracking a shard, I'm so sorry for saying this, but cracking a shard sounds like a euphemism for doing a huge big fart. I'm sorry, let's continue. Drawing new champions by cracking a shard is a major mechanic that you'll be doing a lot, but as far as gacha stuff goes, it has a few issues. For starters, the slots the game gives you for champion storage fill up extremely quickly, so you gotta sacrifice them almost immediately most of the time. This, combined with the fact that for fights you really want to be leveling and upgrading 4 or 5 champs to progress well, means that the game doesn't incentivize really collecting and exploring the roster of characters. You naturally cling on to a few favorites and hope for the best, which makes for somewhat of an underwhelming gacha experience. You can get a frightening doggy though, so that's something to focus on. My beautiful doggy. Woof woof. I enjoy cracking a shard, but I also think the character designs are extremely hit and miss. You'll see a beautiful creature like the Brute or the Stalker, and then suddenly you're hit with the disappointing just some guy or woman with breasts. The game's focus on pulling characters and upgrading their skill trees, weapons, spells, and ranks makes for a somewhat messy experience. In a good game, I do love to upgrade a thing, but here there are too many things. And what's it all in aid of? For the masteries, you have to get scrolls from beating the Minotaur. For ascensions, you gotta get potions of like 3 different colors from different dungeons. For weapon upgrades and other things, you gotta get some silver. For various game unlocks, you gotta get gems. You can unlock a gem mine once you have 500 gems, and then that mine will give you some gems occasionally. You can also boost your weapons with glyphs you obtain from the Dragon's Lair. You can join a clan and do clan missions. Your champions earn experience that increases their levels, but you, the player, also earn experience that increases your level. And when you reach level 30, you can unlock the Forge and craft new artifacts. When you reach level 40, you can unlock the Doom Tower. I don't know what that is, and I need to lie down. All these ways to slowly, painfully improve your stats seem like the devs are throwing multicolored marbles at me as I run after them in a futile chase. The most well-known criticism of Raid outside of its excessive sponsorships of YouTubers is that it desperately wants you to buy something. Please, just buy this pack. Please. Every time you go to the main screen, it throws up a few screens, and I'm like, please guys, I'm not spending money on Raid Shadow Legends. I could be spending that money on a few tasty donuts, okay? But the devs have seen me coming, and they have placed funny meme references into their ad screens. Haha, this is like images I've seen. I think I'm safe from these methods until they do a Shrek collab though. My favorite part of the game is upgrading my accessories. Here I feel for a moment that I'm playing a serious game. This is what I'd be doing in a Final Fantasy, leveling the dress spheres, baby. It's the time in the game when I feel that tasty sense of progression for a moment. I look at big number go up and I smile, and my green-skinned goth lady smiles too. No, actually, she's not smiling. The main campaign itself consists of 12 dungeons, steadily increasing in challenge until the last dungeon ramps up severely. There you enter the realm of the upgrade juggling. No longer can you escape the inevitable. The game's combat doesn't feel like it really matters, and you may call me a lazy swine and a fool, but if a game offers me an auto battle mode, I will turn it on unless there's some big incentive to do otherwise. I played the Steam version of Final Fantasy VI, for example, which is a port of the mobile version of the game, and it includes an auto battle option. I liked using it for grinding, but it felt natural to turn it off for more important battles throughout the course of the game. In Raid, I just slam it on and hope for the best. The game feels fundamentally more concerned with upgrading and improving champion stats than any of the combat, and after all, it is a gacha game. It's about collecting a little doggy. This is one of the places where Raid simply has mobile game disease.
Did I mention? You could play with me too!
It's possible for mobile games to feel like fully fleshed out, capable games that prioritize the quality of the entire gameplay loop as appropriate for the medium of my phone. I know because I've played Piffle, a game about throwing cat heads. But Raid, as much as it does have some enjoyable mechanics, kind of, and as much as I do want to beat the spiders to earn accessories, is a game plagued with desperation. Desperation to simulate the traditional RPG without having to use its thick narrative and gameplay conventions. Desperation to convey epic fantasy with very little creative vision and soul. And desperation to get its players to just buy some of those packs. But I don't think I will spend money on Raid. I think instead I'll maybe play Chrono Trigger, because that game has Haha Funny Frog.